achieved all of this in the Middle East in less than 3 months without being president. We've achieved more without being president than they've achieved in 4 years with being president.
Sad.
But just imagine all of the good things that we will accomplish together with 4 more years in the White House, and we're going to do a lot of things. You're going to see something tomorrow. You're going to see executive orders that are going to make you extremely happy. Lots of them. Lots of them. We have to set our country on the proper course. By the time the sun sets tomorrow evening, the invasion of our borders will have come to a halt, and all the illegal border trespassers will in some form or another be on their way back home. Think of it. We've allowed millions and millions of people into our country through open borders, no checks, no vetting, no anything. Millions and millions of people. And lots of those people are murderers. 52% of them killed more than one person. Other than that, they're quite fine. They're nice people. These are rough people. Remember, I used to say these people are rough. And they would say, no, no, these are illegal immigrants. They're very safe. I said, they're not safe. Look at what's happened with Venezuela, where they're sending these gangs in and they're taking over apartment complexes in Colorado and then cutting off the fingers of a man who had the nerve and desire to call the police. He said, you want to call the police? Bah, guess what? You have no fingers. These are rough people, and they're getting the hell out of our country. They're out. The border security measures I will outline in my inaugural address tomorrow will be the most aggressive, sweeping effort to restore our borders the world has ever seen. You know, we had the best, safest border in the history of our country. You remember that with the great chart that I put up. I don't even know if they have that chart now. Maybe they do. These guys are good. Maybe they do.
Don't play with them.
I don't know. I didn't tell them I was going to do this. I didn't tell, but we have some very good people, but I didn't say. But we had a chart, and I looked to my right, and then they said, ooh, that hurt. What the hell was that? I still have that throbbing feeling in my ear. Oh, there it is. Look at it. These people are amazing. I didn't tell them I was doing that. That's fantastic. Yeah, it's all over the place. I love that. That is the most beautiful piece of paper I've ever seen in my life.
Life-saving.
But if you look at that chart, and you look at the red arrow on the bottom, that's the single lowest we ever had in history, at least recorded history, of illegals pouring into our country. We had done a great job, and then they took over, and look what happened. It's like an Elon Musk rocket ship going up. That reminds me of Elon, his rocket ships. Look at that. Look at the difference. And it just continued and continued, and we're taking in people that shouldn't be here. They come in from prisons, from jails. They shouldn't be here. Mental institutions. I used to mention, and the press would always excoriate me, I'd say the late, great Hannibal Lecter came into our country today.
Here we go.
Silence of the Lambs. Anybody see that movie?
Oh, of course.
Lovely movie.
It was a last-minute decision.
When people went to the voter booth, they
here.
said, we don't want Hannibal Lecter in our country. The press would say, why is he bringing up Hannibal Lecter? That was a fictitious character. Actually, they're not so fictitious. We have people in our country that are probably worse that we allowed in. But we will quickly reestablish control of our sovereign territory and borders. We will expel every single illegal alien, gang member, and migrant criminal operating on American soil, and remove the savage gang Tren de Aragua from the United States. Here's a little video for you to see about this gang. Go ahead.
It's a dang shame that there's even a thing.
Deadly consequences.
Gangs, migrant gangs.
High crossings are putting a strain on cities across America. It is a full-blown invasion.
Armed Venezuelan gang members storming an apartment complex in Aurora, Colorado.
When people talk about lack of crime, this is what they're talking about.
San Antonio, Texas, just one of the latest cities to have apartment complexes taken over by members of the Venezuelan gang.
Biden and Harris had created a program to bring them in under humanitarian parole.
I am in favor of saying that we're not going to treat people who are undocumented across the border as criminals.
More than 13,000 illegal immigrants convicted of murder have been released into the United States.
My 20-year-old daughter, Kayla Hamilton, was murdered in her own room. Kayla's murderer was apprehended by Border Patrol crossing illegally into the U.S.
Kayla's murderer had been improperly released into the United States.
Abolish ICE. Yeah, we need to probably think about starting from scratch.
More than a dozen people suspected of being Tren de Aragua gang members right here in San Antonio.
The gang members had been terrorizing the apartment complex.
New details in the murder of Laken Riley. The illegal immigrant suspect, who cops say committed the heinous murder, is a Venezuelan national.
And was paroled and released into the country by the Biden administration.
If they'd all been properly vetted, that probably wouldn't have happened.
2 men investigators say are in the country illegally from Venezuela are charged with capital murder in the death of Jocelyn Nungaray.
Martinez and Angel wrapped his arms around Jocelyn's neck, took off her pants, and climbed on top of her. Later strangled Jocelyn to death and then tied up her hands and feet.
Court documents suggest a group of men arrested for beating and robbing a Dallas woman last month are members of a Venezuelan street gang.
The men threatened to cut off her fingers if she did not cooperate. Manuel Hernandez was booked by Colleyville police just 2 days earlier and released the day before the robbery.
A Peruvian gang leader who is wanted for 23 murders, who was arrested by Border Patrol near Roma, Texas, then released into America.
Oh, I'm so glad Trump won. Oh, I'm so glad.
That's what we allowed in, and they're nice people compared to some of them. They're nicer than others.
This need to stop now.
These are really vicious people, gang members, and many, many people from prisons. And crime all over the world is down. You know why? Because they got their criminals into the United States of America. You look at Venezuela, they've emptied their prisons into our country. Many other places the same. I would have done the same if I headed up any of the countries. I know most of those guys are smart. They're leaders. They are smart, streetwise people. As soon as I heard they were going to have open borders, I said, if you do that, every prison all over the world is going to be emptied out into our country. They come in from the Congo. The Congo's big on emptying their prisons. The only thing good about it is they make our criminals look like really nice people. These people are vicious people all over the world, not just South America, all over the world they come, from mental institutions and from jails and prisons. With our actions tomorrow, my administration will deliver justice for every family whose loved one has been stolen from them by migrant crime, including Laken Riley, Rachel Morin, Jocelyn Nungaray, Kayla Hamilton, and every other precious American soul that we have lost to these animals. Their memories will live in the hearts forever, in our hearts forever, and we will never, ever forget them. And their contribution, I told their mothers who were devastated, their parents, their fathers, they're devastated. They'll never be the same. They'll never be the same. But I said, your daughter has made a major contribution. Your son has made a major contribution. There are hundreds and even thousands of victims of this horrible atrocity. And you add those numbers to the numbers of crime that we're already going through the roof, and it's something that you wouldn't even believe. Do you remember I did the debate, and I had David Muir from ABC saying, no, crime has gone down. I said, no, it's gone through the roof. Crime has gone through the roof, David. No, crime has gone down. I said it's gone through the roof. And then he goes, I disagree with that. The next day they announced that crime was up like 40%. This guy is
a quack.
The whole thing is so bad. You can't even imagine how anybody could be for these things of, think of it, open borders, prisons and mental institutions, men playing in women's sports, transgender for everyone. Transgender. And very soon we'll begin the largest deportation operation in American history, even larger than President Dwight Eisenhower, who has the record right now.
Get him out of here.
And we're going to end the Biden war on American energy and unleash our energy resources to quickly defeat inflation and achieve the lowest cost of energy and electricity on Earth. And we're going to be using our emergency powers to allow countries and entrepreneurs and people with a lot of money build big plants, AI plants. We need double the energy that we already have, and it's going to end up being more than that. And we're going to slash the regulations, environmental regulations that are really put in there in order to stop progress in this country. We're going to also slash something else, the waste in our bloated federal bureaucracy. We will create the new Department of Government Efficiency, headed by a gentleman named Elon Musk, who's here someplace. I don't know where the hell he is. He's here someplace.
Yeah, apparently Vivek is going to be trying to be governor rather than working on Doge.
Did you see his rocket yesterday? It was captured.
Oh, and his little son?
And X is with him. X. Come on, Elon, say a couple.
Okay. Thank you, Mr. President. Sorry, little X just followed me on the stage here. He's a very enthusiastic supporter, as you can see. Woo!
This is the cutest thing ever. Come on.
So we're looking forward to making a lot of changes, and you know this victory is the start, really. What matters going forward is to actually make significant changes, cement those changes, and set the foundation for America to be strong for a century, for centuries, forever. So, and make America great again.
That's what I'm talking about. That's what I'm talking about.
So, yeah. So
What's
we're
going
gonna
on,
we're
Yvette?
do
God
great
bless you
things
as
here.
well.
Thank you.
Thank you, Elon.
That child's gonna have a pretty good life. Imagine being Elon Musk's son and you still traveling around with him, going everywhere. So
you know, I always say we have to be protective of our
kids.
geniuses because we don't have too many, but that one is
Oh no.
a good one. Now, I watched his rocket come down about 3 months ago, and I thought it was crashing. I was talking to somebody on the phone. By the way, same thing happened yesterday. It came down, and it was captured so beautifully. It came down, it's tumbling, it's a mess, it's going down. I say, oh, look at that thing, that's a disaster. And then it gets like a couple of miles away from Earth, and all of a sudden, the engines start going on, the things start, and then I see it coming in and landing
it's coming in
the
hot.
gantry. And I'm watching it, I'm saying, oh, it's gonna crash, oh, but those engines came out and they blew the fire all over the place. And all of a sudden, those two big arms came and hugged it like you would hug your little baby. And that sucker landed it. Nobody's been able to do that but him. And he's a great guy. And we have him and Vivek and some great people working on a thing called costs. And he's got the credibility to do it, too. We're going to do things that are really amazing. But he went out to Pennsylvania after that. He landed that rocket nobody had ever seen. By the way, China can't do it. Russia can't do it or come close. It'll be 10 years before they can do it. And the U.S. can't do it except for him. And it's pretty amazing. But he did that, and then he journeyed to Pennsylvania, where he spent like a month and a half campaigning for me in Pennsylvania. And he's a popular guy, and he was very effective. And he knows those computers better than anybody. All those computers, those vote-counting computers.
So y'all need to leave Musk alone.
And we ended up winning Pennsylvania like in a landslide.
He was campaigning.
So it was pretty good.
He was campaigning for Trump.
Thank you to Elon.
So leave him alone.
And his son's name, who's cute as a button, his son's name is X. He's the only guy who could get away with the name X. But his son is a great guy. One thing we know, his son is smart. If you believe in the racehorse theory, he's got a nice, smart son. But thank you very much to Elon and everybody. We've had so much help. Every radical and foolish executive order of the Biden administration will be repealed within hours of when I take the oath of office.
Yeah. Y'all heard about that new 28th Amendment?
Oh, you're going to have a lot of fun watching television tomorrow.
This dude
Somebody
is
said
so
yesterday,
stupid.
sir, don't sign so many in one day. Let's do it over a period of weeks. I said, like hell, we're going to do it over weeks. We're going to sign them at the beginning.
Yeah, man, about that action. He got that dog in him. That's what we need. Somebody who got that dog in him.
You know that old story. Let's do it later. Then it never gets done. No, we're doing them tomorrow. And we'll have plenty to sign in the future. Don't worry about it. It's not going to stop. But we're going to stop the destructive and divisive diversity, equity, and inclusion mandates all across the government and private sector and return our country to the merit system. You know, the Supreme Court ruled that the United States is allowed to go by the merit system, which is what made us great in the first place. That was a big ruling that a lot of people don't even know about, but it was a big, tremendous ruling. And you're focusing on character, competence, and qualifications in all hiring decisions. Now you're allowed to go by competence and ability and genius. You don't have to hire somebody to send up one of his rocket ships that doesn't know anything about what's happening. As a first step toward restoring transparency and accountability to government, we will also reverse the overclassification of government documents, and in the coming days, we are going to make public remaining records relating to the assassinations of President John F. Kennedy, his brother Robert Kennedy, as well as Dr. Martin Luther King Jr. and other topics of public interest. It's all going to be released, Uncle Sam.
Do it. I'm sorry, y'all. I know that might have been kind of loud, but look. MLK, a lot of people don't know the truth about MLK.
To begin construction of the great Iron Dome missile defense shield, which will all be made in the USA.
About time we focus on ourselves instead of Israel.
And we will get wokeness the hell out of our military immediately and make it like it used to be. Take a look at this.
Oh Lord, we gotta see these weirdos.
You little
in the little clip.
I got your name.
Shout out to Chris.
You will not laugh. You will not cry.
Man, everything.
You will learn by the numbers.
Happy Pride. Happy Pride Month. And actually, let's declare it a summer of pride.
I can't look at these people no more.
Sir, yes, sir. Let me see your
I gotta
war
look
face.
away.
Sir, you got a war face? Ah! That's a war face. Now let me see your war face. Ah! Bullshit. You didn't convince me. Let me see your real war face. Ah!
I hear it and I know, but I know you wanna take.
You will be a weapon. You will be a minister of death, praying for war. But until that day, you are puke. You are the lowest form of life on earth. You are not even human fucking beings. You are nothing but unorganized, grabastic pieces of amphibian shit.
How to abracadabra, these bitches know I got answers the way I.
It looks to me like the best part of you
Look,
right now.
on second thought, maybe they should reban TikTok.
Stand on the mattress.
That's where most of these weirdos is propagating is on TikTok. I'm so tired of it.
I love working for Uncle Sam. I love working for Uncle Sam. Let me know just who I am.
Yeah, TikTok was kind of a cesspool for woke weirdos, but I mean, let's be real, they're everywhere. I mean, we're not gonna get rid of the woke weirdos. They're just gonna go into hibernation until later.
Thank you. So we won 2 world wars with that. And that's the way it's going to be. The American people have given us their trust, and in return, we're going to give them the best first day, the biggest first week, and the most extraordinary first 100 days of any presidency in American history. To implement this historic agenda, I've assembled an all-star cabinet of patriots and visionaries and reformers who will fight for America, and together we will win, win, win for America. To restore the spirit of American Armed Forces, I have appointed Pete Hegseth as our next Secretary.
Hey, shout out to Pete.
Where's Pete? Pete's here somewhere.
Fox News. Shout out. Man, they was giving Pete a hard time.
Good job, Pete. They like you, Pete.
Yeah, Pete's a good guy.
They like him.
Yeah,
to bring back integrity to our intelligence community, Tulsi Gabbard will be our next Director of National Intelligence.
Shout out to Tulsi Gabbard. I always liked Tulsi for ending Kamala's career back in the day. I know y'all remember that.
To make America healthy again, we will have Robert F. Kennedy Jr. as Secretary of Health and Human Services.
Oh, man, I know that the freaking liberals are so salty right now.
To end the weaponization of our government and restore the impartial rule of law. Oh, this is so important. She's so incredible. Pam Bondi will be an outstanding Attorney General. She's going to do an incredible job. She will do an incredible job, and she's working with another person who's going to be unbelievable at the FBI, Kash Patel.
Woo! Let's go, Kash. Hold up, I thought Trump was racist, though. How you got an Indian up in there? I thought Trump was racist.
And tomorrow, everybody in this very large arena will be very happy with my decision on the J6 hostages.
Hey!
Freedom! I think you'll be very, very happy.
Freedom!
I would say about 99.9% in this beautiful arena. And by the way, I want to thank the owners of this arena. They are great. They're up here someplace in one of those beautiful boxes. And their team is doing very well, and Ovechkin is a great player, right? But I want to thank Ted and all of the owners for allowing this to take place. It was really great. And thank you. It's a hell of an operation. Great place. Fantastic arena. Thank you, Ted. Thank you, everybody. At Homeland Security, we will have a tough leader in Kristi Noem, and we will have an outstanding Secretary of Transportation in Sean Duffy, Congressman Sean Duffy. Great people. And we're going to win so much that Governor Burgum of the Interior, you know Governor Burgum, one of the best governors in the country, is in charge of Department of the Interior, and the hottest man anywhere in the world for energy. When I announced him, people couldn't believe it. You didn't hear of him, but if you're in the energy business, he's considered the absolute best. Mr. Chris Wright of the Energy Department. He's going to head up the Energy Department. He's the hottest guy, and there is anybody in the energy business. They said, I can't believe you got Chris Wright. And a man named Marco Rubio is going to be our great future Secretary of State. And Howard Lutnick, a tremendous success on Wall Street, is going to be our Secretary of Commerce. They have to go through these drills, but they're going to. And I want to thank the Republican senators. They've been doing great. And John Thune has been doing a great job in moving the process along quickly. We're going to have a lot of them hopefully approved very quickly. And a very special woman, Linda McMahon, is going to be our future Secretary of Education, which we're going to be giving back to the states. Let the state run education.
Do it. Let's do it. What's up, Cynthia?
I said, Linda,
shout out.
I'm making you the Secretary of Education, but if you do a great job, you will put yourself out of a job because you're going to be sending it back to the states. And she's fantastic. And her staff, which has been largely hired, is fantastic.
Cynthia,
and all of the other leaders
have a baby by now,
will come to me and they're going to say, do you remember I used to do this for fun? But it's really not fun. It's fact. Because we have to do some of best of, right? But they're going to come and say to me, sir, we're winning too much, sir. We can't take it anymore. We have to stop winning, sir. We can't do it. We're not used to winning in our country.
Yeah, look, it's been a while.
And each one of them is going to say, every single one, sir, please, please, you're destroying our country. We're winning too much. Our country isn't prepared for this. They're not used to winning, sir. And I'll say, no, Linda and everybody, we're not going to stop winning.
Yeah.
The people of our country want us to keep on winning, and we're going to go win like never, ever before.
We're going to win
and
like
that's
hell.
what we're going to do. We're going to be doing it, Uncle Sam. Uncle Sam is having a heart attack down here. Look at him. Uncle Sam is going wild.
Never tired of
winning.
winning.
I pay
That's
for
right.
these people. I have no
That's
idea
right,
who it is.
Sandy.
All I know is he does. And there's Abe Lincoln. Thank you, honest Abe. I have no idea. I swear, I have no idea who the hell he is. But he looks like Abe. He's probably a little bit shorter in all fairness.
This dude looked like Abe Lincoln for
Abe
real,
was 6'6". He's a little bit shorter. He's about a foot shorter. Other than that, he's perfect. Thank you, Abe. In addition to the most talented cabinet ever assembled, and we think we're hearing things like that, we will be supported in our mission by countless wonderful American patriots. First, let me thank my incredible family, and I want to thank in particular somebody that headed up the Republican Party, along with Mike, the two of them, Lara Trump, who you saw before, who produced those two beautiful children. Lara Trump is unbelievable. She was the chairman of the Republican Party, and nobody ever said, oh, gee, it's a family member. They actually said, how the hell did you get her to do it? And she did a phenomenal job. We had a minimum of cheating. We watched them like a hawk. Where is Laura? Where the hell is she?
Yeah, it's because things were going so bad. Everybody had to throw their hat in the ring.
She's here someplace. Thank you, Laura. Thank you very much, hon. She's phenomenal. The job she did, and her son, who was up. Didn't they do a beautiful job? The son and the daughter. How many young kids know that one? They don't know that one. But her husband is somebody I'm very proud of. He's doing a great job. He's been subpoenaed more than any human being in history, I believe. Every day he'd get a subpoena from Congress on something, bullshit. But he got
facts.
A subpoena. He's got a PhD in subpoenas. But he did a fantastic job. And Don, you know all about Don, how he did. He's great. He's very popular, too. He knows a lot about guns, I want to tell you that. We had, by the way, I have to tell you, we had great support from every gun group, including the NRA, which really worked hard. And Ivanka and Jared are here, and Tiffany and Michael are here, and Barron and my 10 incredible grandchildren, and another one coming through Tiffany.
Hey.
And of course, I want to thank our
more
next
Trumps.
Vice President of the United States, J.D. Vance.
Let's go, J.D.
Wherever he may be. There's a lot of people.
I wasn't sold at first.
Wherever the hell he is, he's here someplace.
He definitely grew on me. I'll give him that.
It's a lot of people. It's a little tough when you say, where is he? You know, you got a lot of people in here. But J.D. Vance has been extraordinary. And he's got an unbelievable wife, the Second Lady of the United States, Usha Vance. So, Usha, thank you very much. It's a beautiful couple.
And he's got a kid named Vivek, for those who don't know about that.
We're also pleased to be joined tonight by Hulk Hogan, the Hulk Show. The Hulk Show.
Oh, man, I must have missed that. I didn't see him earlier.
One thing, it's not hard to find him. All he has to do is stand up and you say, there he is. But he's great. And Kid Rock, wow. Kid Rock is a friend of mine.
Yeah, Trump is still looking in top form for a 78, 79-year-old man.
Budweiser will never be the same when he did the gun with a MAGA hat. That was the commercial that everybody saw. Also with us tonight is a great actor, tremendously talented guy, Jon Voight, who's great, and a friend of mine. And Sylvester Stallone is a great guy. And you know, I got Mel Gibson, Sylvester Stallone,
Yep.
and John Voight to become ambassadors to Hollywood, California, to put it back on track.
Woo!
So they're all ambassadors. You have to refer to them as ambassador, Mr. Ambassador.
Shout out to
And a man who's
Cynthia.
got an army of young people. Charlie Kirk
I
is
really
here.
appreciate you, Cynthia.
wanna
You should
thank
not be
Charlie.
sharing money right now, because from my understanding, I know you
Charlie
were either
is
pregnant
fantastic.
or just
I mean,
had
this
a baby.
guy,
But
don't
I
believe the
appreciate
stuff
it either
when you
way.
hear the kids are liberal. They're not liberal. Maybe they used to be, but they're not anymore. You got to see how many people are for us. And I want to thank Megyn Kelly. She's been terrific.
Hey, yo, I love Megyn
And
Kelly. I
Billy
didn't
Ray
like her at
Cyrus.
first.
And Lee Greenwood, wow, has he been something? What a song and what a man.
Megyn is now totally
And you know, by the
based.
way, these microphones, you see the microphones? I said, what the hell are those microphones doing standing behind me? You're going to have a little special treat at the end of this speech. I don't want to tell you because you'll rush me off the stage. Get off the stage. But you have a little special treat, and I won't tell you, but let's put it this way. It's the people that 30 years ago had a hot song, never hit #1, hit #5. But 30 years later, it hit #1 week after week. And they're here to sing.
Interesting.
They're here to sing. For you. And you won't recognize them. They're slightly larger than they used to be, but that's the way life goes.
Like as soon as that mug plays, this
We
whole
can
video
all tell you,
getting
that's the way life
cut
goes.
off.
There's nothing we can do about that. Sebastian Gorka, stand up, Sebastian. I see Sebastian.
That freaking them copyright YouTube does not play.
As a patriot,
Any
he's been
song
with
plays,
me through thick and thin,
video
right,
gets moved.
Sebastian? Now he's with the administration. Thank you. Great guy. And again, I want to thank Elon for what he did in Pennsylvania. He worked so hard. He worked so hard in Pennsylvania. Great guy. And a man who is a champion. A man who took something from nothing. Everybody said, this is something will never work. It's too violent. But he understood people. He said they like violence, unfortunately, right? But a man who understood fighting better than any man ever. There's never been anything like this. What Dana White did with the UFC and building it into a monster sport franchise. So I want to thank Dana White of USC for being here. And Dana, you've done a job like nobody could have done. Thank you. He's a great guy and a friend of mine. A great friend of mine. He's a tough cookie. You want him on your side at all times. Every one of those people you want on your side. And we have dozens of other celebrities and everything, but we're going to get back to what we're doing. But I do want to say, in the audience, we have many governors, many senators, many members of Congress, and other distinguished guests, far too many to name, unless you'd like me to name them. No? Do you want me to name governors, senators, and Congress people? No.
Nah.
I thought you were going to say that. Sorry, governors.
Yeah, we don't care about all of them.
We appreciate all of the love that we've gotten from them. I'll tell you, our House and our Senate Republicans have been unbelievable, and the governors are unbelievable, the job they're doing. Of the crime-ridden cities, the top 25, every single one of them is run by a Democrat.
Oh,
does that tell you something?
Freaking no.
We don't have problems in the Republican cities.
Wait a minute,
Tonight,
Cynthia.
I also want to send our love to everyone affected by the terrible wildfires raging in California.
Thanks
We're
to Gavin
praying for you
Newsom.
all. We love you all. We're going to be there very soon. I'm going to go out there on Friday to see it and to get it moving back. We're going to get some of the best builders in the world, and we'll get it moving back. And I also want to pay my respects to the great people of North Carolina. You know, I won it every single time.
Look, shout out to Cynthia again.
They've been treated very badly. FEMA almost didn't know it existed.
Stop it, Cynthia.
And we're
okay,
gonna
I'm
get
dark.
North
You're going to make me
Carolina
blush,
rocking
okay?
and rolling, okay? We're going to get them rocking and rolling. They've been treated very badly as a state. Together we will rebuild Los Angeles better, more beautiful than ever before. We're going to get it going. We have the best builders in the world. It's the only people that could do it. Nobody else knows what the hell they're doing.
That's a damn shame.
And in 2028, the Los Angeles Olympics will be one of the great sporting events and patriotic celebrations in history. I was with Gianni, the head of the Olympics, and because of the wildfires, they're going to do a special job. They're going to really do something very special for the Olympics. And the opposite, some people said, oh, maybe the Olympics can't go there. It turned out just the opposite. They came to see me the other day, and the committee, and it's just the opposite. So the Olympics is great. And Johnny, for the others, you know, the World Cup, Johnny is the head of it. We had our top people, Wasserman. They all came in on the Olympics, and then I saw Johnny. And we got the World Cup, too. And, you know, it's only because they rigged the election that I'll be your president representing you there. You know, I got both of them. I got the Olympics, and I got the World Cup. And I said, you know, it's too bad. One was in 2026, and the other was in 2028. And I said, I won't be there. I won't be your president. But then they rigged the election, and now we won, so I'm going to be your president for the Olympics.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
And everybody, thank you for the Olympics. We're going to have a great time. We have another thing happening. 250 years.
Shout out to Calvin.
A celebration like no other.
Appreciate you, bro.
250 years. And that's going to be taking place next year. So we have a lot of big events coming. And everything we do everything. We take it very, very seriously. But what do we do more than anything else? We put America first.
Yes.
And it all starts tomorrow when I raise my hand on the Bible to be sworn as we'll be sworn in tomorrow. We're all going to be sworn in together. That's the way I look at it. It's not me. It's the greatest of all time.
Shout out to
Sandy. Be sworn in tomorrow. I'll be representing you as your 47th President of the United States.
Woo! Let's effing go. Let's freaking go.
And just in conclusion, together, we're going to cut your taxes, end inflation, slash your prices, getting them back down, raise your wages, and bring thousands of factories back to the USA, right where they belong, and that'll be done through tariffs and smart policy. We will build American, we will buy American, and we will hire American.
Yeah.
I will end the war in Ukraine. I will stop the chaos in the Middle East, and I will prevent World War III from happening. And you have no idea how close we are. We will crush violent crime in our cities and give our police the support, protection, resources, and respect they so dearly deserve. We will strengthen and modernize our military again. We did it. We rebuilt our entire military. And then they gave billions and billions of dollars of it to, you remember, to the Taliban. They gave it to the Taliban. They gave our military equipment, a big chunk of it, to the enemy. Do you know that we pay billions of dollars a year? Do you know this? Does anyone know this? To Afghanistan?
Yeah.
Do you know that?
Unfortunately.
And I say, if we're going to pay billions of dollars a year, tell them we're not going to give them the money unless they give back our military equipment that these poor, stupid people allowed for them to have. So we'll give them a couple of bucks. We want the military equipment back. We will rebuild our once great cities, including our capital in Washington, D.C., making them safe, clean, and beautiful again. And we want to make this city again safe. We don't want people coming to Washington and getting mugged, shot, killed. We're going to stop it. Law enforcement, and they have very good police here, but they have to be allowed to do their job. We're going to stop it. We're going to beautify it. We're going to make it the most beautiful capital in the world. We will teach our children to love our country, to honor our history, and to always respect our great American flag.
Facts. Tired of all these other flags.
Get critical race theory and transgender insanity the hell out of our schools.
Woo! Get it out. Tired of it. No more rainbows. No more drag story times.
Remember,
okay?
this is so easy. This will be done tomorrow. We will keep men out of women's sports. It's over.
Best president. Best
I
president.
will defend religious liberty. I will restore free speech, and I will defend the right to keep and bear arms. We're going to defend.
Let's freaking go, baby.
After years of building up foreign nations, defending foreign borders, and protecting foreign lands, we are finally going to build up our country, defend our borders, and protect our citizens. And we will stop illegal immigration once and for all. We will not be invaded. We will not be occupied. We will not be overrun. We will not be conquered. We will be a free and proud nation once again, and that will take place tomorrow at 12 o'clock.
Man, got that dog in him. Trump got that dog in him. Don't play with Trump.
Everyone in our country will prosper. Every family will thrive. And every day will be filled with opportunity and hope, and also filled with a thing called the American dream that you don't hear much about anymore. For the past 9 years, you and I fought side by side against the most sinister and corrupt forces on earth. And in our magnificent victory on November 5th, you showed them once and for all that this nation does not belong to them. This nation belongs to you.
Hey, let's freaking go.
From New York to Los Angeles, from Philadelphia to Phoenix, from Chicago to Miami, and from Houston to right here in Washington, D.C. Our country was won and built by generations of patriots who gave everything they had for our rights and for our freedom. They were farmers and soldiers, cowboys and factory workers, steel workers, coal miners, police officers, and pioneers who pushed onward, marched forward, and let no obstacle stand in their path. Nothing could get in their way. Together they laid down the railroads, raised up the skyscrapers, built the great highways, won 2 world wars, defeated fascism and communism, and launched American astronauts to the moon. It was hardworking patriots like you who built this country, and 75 days ago on November 5th, it was hardworking patriots like you who saved our country. You saved our country.
Thank you. Everybody who voted Trump,
now,
thank you.
After all we have been through together, we stand on the verge of the 4 greatest years in American history. With your help, we will restore America's promise, and we will rebuild the nation that we all love so much. We are one people, one family, and one glorious nation under God. We will never give in. We will never give up. We will never back down, and we will never, ever, ever, ever surrender. We will fight, and we will win.
Yes, freaking
and together, we will make America powerful again. We will make America wealthy again. We will make America healthy again. We will make America strong again. We will make America proud again. We will make America safe again. And we will make America great again. Thank you very much. Woo! Thank you very much. What a great victory for everybody. Thank you, America. Thank you very much.
Let's freaking go.
Thank you.
Let's go. Who they about to bring on stage? I can listen to it now, but afterward I'm gonna have to cut it out of the clip because otherwise YouTube's gonna nuke it off of the platform. Hey. Young man, lift me down. I said, young man. I said, young man. Need to be unhappy.
There's a place you can go. I said, young man, when you're short on your dough, you can't stay there. And I'm sure you will find many ways to have a
good time.
Come on, everybody. It's fun to stay at the
YMCA.
It's fun to stay at the
YMCA.
They have everything for your men to enjoy. You can hang out with all the boys. Fun to stay at the
YMCA.
Fun to stay at the
YMCA.
You can get yourself clean, have a good meal, do what the fuck you feel. Young man, are you listening to me? I said,
Young man.
what do you wanna be? Young man, you can make million dreams, but you got to know this one thing. Young man does it all by himself. I said, young man, put your pride on the shelf. Just go there to the YMCA. I'm sure they can help you today. All right, everybody, it's fun to stay at the
YMCA.
It's fun to stay at the YMCA.
Mother loving did it. Effing did it. Man, he's about to be unburdened, y'all. Unburdened by what it has been.
Young man, I was once in your shoes. I said I was down and out with the blues. I felt lonely. Dead if I were alive, I felt the whole world was so tired. That's when someone came up to me and said, young man, take a walk up the street. It's a place there called the YMCA. They can start you back on.
I normally don't hear this much of the song, so I can't I can't sing the lyrics to the whole thing. I don't know what the end of the song sounds like. So the guy who made the song said the song don't have nothing to do with LGBTQ. So that's what the guy who allegedly the creator said. Hey! Look, you know, it'd be crazy if Trump hit one of these. If Trump hit one of them dabs, bro. Look, put that man back on TikTok. Don't play with him. Said, watch that can't dance. Look, I'm gonna key y'all in on something. I know a little bit of ballroom dancing. Okay, that's all I'm gonna say. I know a little bit. Not a lot. I know a little bit. Okay. I can get down with some waltz, some tango, and a little bit of salsa. Okay. Okay, so the feed just cut. So I guess that's the end. But look, guys, I appreciate y'all tuning in. This was impromptu. I'm not in a place in life with a full-time job and all, and other obligations even outside of that where I can stream. Oh, I guess not over. Where I can stream. I think it's more people joining. Like if y'all look at the number at the bottom, so I guess this stream is just freezing. But I'm not in a place where I can stream consistently, so I can't really give y'all like, oh, I'm gonna be available at this time. I pretty much do videos whenever the hell I can. Sometimes I wake up at the crack of dawn. Sometimes I do them all the way at the end of the day. If you notice, I release them kind of late. And yes, I will be releasing another video today. So this is not all the content for today. There will be another video. So be on the lookout for that. But I mean, whatever's supposed to be happening here, if there's anything else, ain't nothing else showing on my side. So I guess we're going to go ahead and call it, guys. But look, I appreciate y'all joining in. Shout out again to Calvin, Cynthia, and Sandy for the super chats, okay? And everybody else who joined in. Be sure to drop a like on your way out. Shout out to MAGA. I may possibly stream again tomorrow. So I will give y'all that heads up because, you know, it's going to be a long day. There's going to be a lot going on with the inauguration. So I don't know what all's going on yet, but I'm going to find out. And if it makes sense, and I think it's going to be like a good team thing to go ahead and watch together, then I will be streaming. So no guarantees, but that's just where I'm at right now. But I appreciate y'all tuning in today. Have a happy rest of y'all Sunday and enjoy the holiday off. Most of y'all probably got off tomorrow, so enjoy the holiday time off and Trump's inauguration. I'll catch y'all later. We out.